As far as like my initial reactions, that is not what I expected at all. I can see 2020. What's up, everyone? It's your girl Aggie, aka Nurse Ags. Welcome back or to my channel if you're new here. So as you can see from the title of today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my LASIK eye surgery experience and what you can expect if you plan on getting it done, as well as things I wish I would have known prior to. So if you're interested in any of that, then keep on watching. Right. So first of all, your girl's been blind since I was in middle school. I've been wearing glasses, contacts, the whole shebang since then, and I just knew it was the ghetto and that I need to get out the life of wearing corrective lenses as soon as possible. So for the past 2 years, I've been looking into getting LASIK eye surgery, but more seriously, I told myself by the end of 2019 that I would have 20/20 vision going into 2020. Look at that vision, you feel me? Look at that goal. But bloop, plot twist, I actually didn't get it done till 2020, but it was the beginning of 2020, so it doesn't matter. I saw my brother-in-law get his procedure done a couple of years ago. I actually drove him to the site and saw him getting it done. Literally, it took less than 15 minutes, and I was like, wow, that's it. And he walked out and was like, wow, that's it. And so that just gave me so much more confidence in it. And then my sister also got it done, said it was the best decision she's made in her life. So I'm like, you know, I'm just waiting my turn at this point. Let me save up these coins, get it done by the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, and just have that 20/20 vision for 2020. You feel me? Let me hop into kind of what happened prior to the surgery. I had to get a consult, so it was actually very spur of the moment. I made the appointment the same day, and it was about a 15-minute consult, totally free of cost. They looked at my eyes, that is like the medical assistant, or I assume that's her title, and then the ophthalmologist. They look at your eyes with a little machine. They make you look at a little Snellen chart to see, basically to assess your vision and to see if you are a candidate for the surgery, because not everyone is. They do have 2 different types of surgeries. One is the LASIK, basic LASIK, and the other one is called PRK. I'm not sure what that stands for, but I qualified and was a good candidate for the basic LASIK. So the cost of the surgery, I know that's something that a lot of people want to know. I paid just around $3,700. I'll put the exact amount on the bottom of the screen. That did include a discount for being a nurse, and then I also got a discount for being referred to by my brother-in-law. So if you want to go to the same place that I went to, just let me know, and I will send you a message with how to get money off. And during the consult, we also talked about the cost and how I was gonna pay. So I ended up paying for it 2 ways. One was using my health savings account, which I had through my health insurance. So basically, each paycheck I get a certain amount of money taken out that's not taxed, and that gets put into my health savings account, and I use that was $1,000 exactly towards the cost of my surgery. And then I put down $500, and then I ended up financing the rest. And I wasn't expecting on financing any bit of it, but I didn't know that would be an option, and it's 0% interest, so I'll be paying for it over the span of the year, basically for 12 months. You have to qualify for like the 0% interest, of course. So thankfully I did. So yeah, that's how I paid for it. As far as preparation, so you have to have someone to drive you to the place the day of and drive you home. You cannot drive yourself. So I had to pick up the medication to calm my nerves, Valium. That is completely optional. In fact, the MA that I was talking to, she told me like she had gotten her surgery done there, and she said she didn't use the Valium, she didn't need it. But I'm sorry, I was nervous. Like even though I've seen it being done before and I knew things were gonna be fine, I knew it was gonna be a great investment, I was still really nervous for whatever reason, because it's my eyes, you know, like God forbid something were to happen, like, and I lose my vision. I was just nervous, so I needed that Valium. And then that's about it. It was literally like no preparation. And during the consult, the ophthalmologist was asking, you know, how soon do you want it done? And I told her like as soon as possible. She's like, well, you can come tomorrow if you want. And I was like, bro, like, I need some time to like wrap my head around this, process it all. And so I ended up scheduling it for a few days later, that Friday. And yeah, that was that. So that morning I woke up like super early, 3 a.m. And honestly, I really, for whatever reason, the folder they gave me, which is this one right here, I did not look into this folder until the morning of the procedure. I have 4 days to look at this, and for some reason I procrastinated and did not look at this, because they sent me home basically with the consents, and you know, not to sign or anything, but just to like look over. So that morning I spent time looking over everything, basically what could happen, what may happen, and I'm like, great, Aggie, now I'm more nervous. So anyways, so in the morning I went over that, and then I went to the pharmacy to pick up my medications. And it was really cool because the pharmacist, she saw the doctor who wrote me the prescription, and she said, oh, you must be getting LASIK eye surgery today. And I told her I was, and she said that's the same doctor or surgeon who did her LASIK eye surgery some years ago. So that was super, super validating to hear that. Made me a little bit more confident and less nervous about the surgery, but not 100%. So yeah, they gave me that, and then I went in. I went to my brother-in-law, luckily he dropped me off. I had to wait for about 30 minutes or so, 30 to 45 minutes, just because one, there was a lot of people there. I mean, it was like the waiting room was filled, and I was also late, I'm not gonna lie. After that, I signed the consents with the secretary. She witnessed me signing the consents, and that's whenever she gave me this goodie bag with my medications in it, and she talked to me about what to do and what not to do after the surgery. So like how to take the medications. She told me that, you know, I might get these red spots in my eyes, but not everyone gets them. She told me, yeah, that I need to go home and take a nap for 4 hours and stuff like that. So she's like reviewed with me all the immediate things I need to know and what I can expect. So then after that, I had to wait some more, about 30 more minutes, and then they called me back. And the guy who called me back, he was so sweet, guys. Like, he was just so nice. He pronounced my name perfectly, my first and last name, which is hard for a lot of people. But he's like, all right, you won't believe it, but in less than 30 minutes, you'll be able to see without your glasses on. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that makes it so surreal. I went back into the surgeon's office, waited there for like only a couple of minutes, and then he came in, he looked at my eyes again with the whole machine, I don't know what it's called. And he was like, perfect, you're a great candidate. And then he was like, do you have any questions? I told him, no, I didn't really. I didn't know. I feel like I got all my questions answered at that point. Well, so I thought. And then they put the numbing eye drops in my eye. I took my Valium medication, and then I went straight to the room for the surgery, which, by the way, is like the walls are complete glass, so everyone in the waiting room can see you getting it done, which is kind of cool. So as far as like my initial reactions, I'll just go ahead and insert a clip of that. That is not what I expected at all. I think he could tell I was kind of like nervous, and he started counting down for how much time was left for that eye. So that kind of helped me. He was like, all right, 30 seconds left, you're doing good. 25 seconds left, you're still doing well. Keep holding still. So this time, you know, I'm thinking, Aggie, like, don't fuck this shit up. So I'm like trying to take deep breaths. And they had like moved me to this like other light. And I guess that was like one of the lasers, and that's when he was counting down. And then he did the same thing for the other eye. So each eye probably took like, I'm guessing like maybe like 1 minute, which really isn't that long. So then he's like, all right, go ahead and sit up. I'm like, oh, is that it? Like, even though I didn't like it very much, I'm like, oh, that's it. And then, but it wasn't. I had to go lay down on another bed, and where he did something else, kind of, not very similar, but it wasn't as intense, but He still had to like kind of hold my eye open with something, and then there was these lights that I had to look at. It's a green light I had to look at. Y'all, it's hard to explain, but either way, it was a short procedure. Right now and immediately afterwards, my eyes feel like very like sensitive, like kind of dry a little bit. They gave me these sunshades that I'm to wear outside over the next week. And they said I can't wear any sunshades, but they just gave me some that were really dark. To say the least, I was shook, okay? It was just really weird what I was feeling. It was like a lot of pressure, very uncomfortable to be honest. And the surgeon, although he was very friendly, very nice, he was very quick, which in hindsight I do appreciate, because who would want that to be done? Who would want someone to take forever to do the surgery? Like, no, you want it to be quick, but it was just, he didn't do a great job as far as telling me what I'm going to feel and what I can expect. But again, when he asked me, do I have any questions, I answered no. So maybe he assumed I knew what to expect. I don't know, but nonetheless, that was weird. The whole procedure, like I said, took less than like 10 minutes. And then that was basically it. I called an Uber and went on my merry way back home. Knocked the F out because that Valium hit my system super hard. And I woke up 4 hours later, and that was that. The next day, the next morning, I did have to go back for my first post-op appointment. Now I'm leaving. I can see 2020. Actually 2015, which is even a little bit better. So that is so cool. It didn't really hit me until probably last night. I like went to the bathroom to take out my contacts, and then I realized, oh, Aggie, you don't have contacts anymore. You can just see. Your girl can see. What? Your girl can see. It looks kind of weird, but yeah. And I can't wear eye makeup for the next week. I can wear other makeup and like eyebrow makeup, and nothing on my eyes, including lashes. And that's where they basically assess your vision again to see if you can see better than you could see before, and I could. Now, as far as the recovery, like I said, you go home, you close your eyes for 4 hours, be that a nap, be that just meditate, be that just rest your eyes shut for 4 hours, and that's literally it as far as the recovery goes. Now, you do have to take medications over the next week to 3 months. The eye drops are for a week, and then the medications, which are really just vitamins, are for the next 3 months. They gave me some eye shields I had to wear to cover my eyes for the first 3 days, so I wouldn't be tempted to rub my eyes at night, because your eyes do get quite dry. Now, like I said, I'm about a week and a half post surgery, and my eyes really only get really dry towards the end of the day. But other than that, my eyes, they feel fine. Like, they literally feel fine. I do have artificial teardrops that I can put in my eyes when they do get dry, and the vitamins, they also help with that as well. So yeah, that's about it as far as like recovery. Now I want to talk to you guys about what I wish I would have known prior to and what I would have done differently. Uno, I would have gone to more than one place for the consult, because one, is completely free. Two, I could compare costs, because not everywhere charges the same amount. I learned after my consult and like the day right before the surgery that my friend, she got hers done for $3,100, which is a $600 difference from what I paid. So if I had more patience and I spent more time actually, you know, comparing my options, then I probably could have got a better deal. With that being said, the surgeon that I went to, he's done this for over 20 years. So obviously you want to be very confident in who's messing with your eyes, who's performing surgery on your eyes. So I definitely had all the confidence in the world that he would get the job done right. But I still could have done some more research, and I probably could have got a better deal had I done that. Also, I wish I would have known about the little red spots I would get in my eyes. I only learned about that the day of my surgery. The MA who told me about it made it seem like I likely wouldn't get them, but I did. And basically I looked like I was high for the next week or so. And not that it was a deal breaker or anything, glad I got it done when I got it done, because if I had like a special event coming up that week, it just would have been really bad timing and really not a good look. So I also wish I would have known about just like the maintenance with like the drops and stuff. I went out the country literally 4 days after the surgery. And so I had to pack with me the drops, and it was kind of like something I had to remember to do throughout my travels, and that was just kind of inconvenient. So I wish I would have known about that. And it's not a big deal, it's just the timing. It wasn't a bad timing, but it also wasn't the best timing, if that makes sense. And then lastly, I really wish that I would have known what to expect during the actual procedure as far as what I would feel. Because when I tell you guys, I basically had a panic attack. Not that it was like sharp pain, it was just uncomfortable for me. And talking to my brother-in-law and my sister, they said that they didn't have that same experience, which I thought was kind of weird. But then also my sister, she said that they tried to put her in the room right after taking her Valium, and she was like, no, I need to wait because obviously it hasn't hit my system yet. So she was actually really calm during the procedure, whereas for me, they gave me the medicine and they took me right back to the room for the surgery. So it really didn't have time to hit my system. So those are like the few things that I wish I would have known before the surgery and what I would have done differently. I don't want it to scare you all out of getting it done, because like I said, I would do this over and over again. I just would have done more research, and I probably would have asked the surgeon what I can actually expect as far as what I'm gonna feel. That's the only thing differently I would have done. Other than that, I would get the surgery done again. I definitely recommend it. Like, it's amazing to be able to get up and go. All right, guys, well, that concludes everything about my LASIK eye surgery experience. I do have one more appointment a month from the surgery, but that's it. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope y'all learned something. If y'all have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I will answer them ASAP. Other than that, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye!